Hello everyone, today we're going to be going over this brand new incredible application I've developed. It's a cryptocurrency listing application. There are other sites like this, like CoinSniper, very popular. This application allows users to register, log in, submit a coin or an NFT project, any of the likes, and it's being displayed to people that visit the website. They can vote on these projects to increase the popularity on the website. Like we can see here, some of these projects have 1 vote, 4 votes, and some have no votes. So people can come and vote. They can create an account, submit their own project. It is just an incredible application, and I have dubbed it CoinFinder. Now, what can you do on this application? Like we said, you can submit coin. Let's check out submission of coins. Now, when the user tries to submit a coin, if they are not logged in, it will tell them that you need to be logged in to submit a coin and also to vote as well. Now, you can log in or you can register. I have created a YouTube video on how to create this effect, this login and sign up kind of form. I'll put the link in the description. But we also have something like that here where you can log in and you can register. And then when we go back to our main page, we have the list of coins here. We have their images here. If we click on the coin and see its components, its description and what it has about this coin, we can see here there's a coin, 3 votes. Project name is Sad Life. Symbol is SAD. You can see the network, the launch date, the contact address. Here we can see the description, and we can also vote if we want to. Now this is a Next.js project. It is using pre-data fetching to fetch this information and display it to the user. We also have AIP routes for signing up and logging in. We're using Next Auth for authentication. It's just an incredible application, and I'm very positive. If you follow along this video and you get to see how we created this application, you would really benefit from it as a developer. So let's get started. Now, this application is using Next.js. It's using DaisyUI. It is using MaterialUI, and it's also using EverGreen segments.com. I use all these things in my application because I like to pick certain things I like from all these different third parties React components. Also, this is also using Tailwind. So also go to Tailwind. So now we're going to start installing all of this. So how are we going to start? We're going to go home to Next.js. Let's just start with start learning junction. Starts now. If you don't know Next.js, it is a framework that is built on top of React. A lot of React developers prefer to use Next.js because it has a lot of amazing features built in. For example, what we use React Router to do, Next.js already has its part and parcel of it. You can really do that by just simply creating components in the pages folder of your Next.js application. Well, this is going a bit slow. My data is not really fast right now. Okay, so we can see my data is not fast. Let me try and reconnect that. Just give me a second. Okay, so I have fixed my network connection. Sorry about that. We're in Nigeria. Network is always playing tricks enough. So now, Next.js. Next.js is an incredible application. It helps in so many things like our user interface, as you can see, routing, data fetching, rendering, integrations, infrastructure, performance, scalability, and developer experience. It is really nice in terms of developer experience because sometimes building applications in React, especially large applications, can get a bit hectic with all the third-party libraries and the rest we have to import. But in Next.js, it just comes pre-built in it, and it's very easy to use. So let's get started. Let's go to where we can install start using Next.js. Okay, so over here, we can see here, we can just say npx create next application. So let's go to our terminal over here, and we can say npx create next app. I'll say coinFinder. Do you like to use no? Don't want to use TypeScript? You like your scripts? No. You like to use source directory with this project? No. You like to use experiment app? You know. What's import LS3? That's alright. So it's installing everything. Let's also go to Tailwindcss.com and see how we can install it in our next application. So Tailwind is a very popular CSS framework. It is, in fact, is what I use in almost all my development. Tailwind CSS. It's easy and it's quick. As a developer, you can't do everything. You have to try and find things to make your work as a developer very, very easy. So framework guides, Next.js over here. So we can see something that is already ready for us. So let's check our application and see what's going on. Close this CoinFinder. So we have our next application already set up, which is nice. So let us go ahead and install Tailwind CSS. Just going to copy this and copy. Okay, no, this is for creation of the project. Let's go and install Tailwind over here. Copy. Let's go to our terminal. Now see, after we do that, we have to configure our template parts. Okay, so it's done. So how can we do that? Okay, so we need to add this to our Tailwind configuration. So I'll just copy this, come over here, our Tailwind. It's supposed to be here. Let's check our package with JSON. No, this one over here. And I'm not saying it. This one package installed. Okay, we made a mistake. We installed it outside of our coinFinder. So let's just go inside our coinFinder now. And it's inside here we're supposed to install it. Sometimes you can make silly mistakes. Let's go ahead and do that. So it is done. Let's open CSS. And over here it says, after installation, add the path of all your template files in your tailwind.configuration file. It didn't automatically create a Tailwind file. Okay, forgot to also do this command. Okay, and there we go. Tailwind configuration file added. So now what's next? Add all the parts of your template files. Just copy this. Just go here, like everything, and paste this. Okay, that is done. What next? Add the Tailwind directives to your CSS, global CSS. So let's copy this. So in our Next.js, we have a global CSS file here. And I'm going to highlight all this and just get rid of everything and just paste only this. Okay, so that should be all. Our application should be running smoothly. For us to properly check it out, to npm run dev. npm run dev. Okay, so we're going to localhost 1. And we should come to our pages folder, our index. This is where everything is. We're going to clear all of this. And we're just going to say div. Yes, boy. Okay, see it over here. Let's see if it's working. Let's just do something simple and say class name and text below. It's not changing the color though. Let's try another. Let's say margin 10. Okay. All right, so it's working. I don't know why this didn't work. I'll try and find out that later. But so far so good. Our Tailwind is installed. Now the next one we're going to install is our DaisyUI. Okay, so let's install this npm. Also, to come to this website, very simple. It's just daisyui.com. Very, very easy. So we're going to stop this. I'm going to stop this. Here's this. To install. Why it's doing that? We see here. Then we need to add DaisyUI to our Tailwind configuration file. So let's just get this plugin here and copy that. Let's go to our Tailwind. Okay, it has already installed. Let's go to our Tailwind configuration file, and we can see plugins over here. So just delete that. Okay, so I think we're good to go. We're good to go. Now let's install our MaterialUI. It's just very simple. It's just this. So we want to do all of this installation so that we can just get ready and start our projects. Now, EverGreen UI, also to get started. It's just only this we need. I'm going to copy, come here, and we're going to install that. Now we're also going to be using Auth for our authentication. Currently I'm using the version 3. So to make sure you install that, go ahead and type this command in your terminal. Over here, this exactly like this, your terminal, and install. All right, so we're good to go. Now let's npm run dev. All right, so we still need all these tabs open because we're going to go in there and we're going to be picking out what we need and different stuff like that. But for now, let's get started. First things first, if we go ahead and put this side to side with our application here, let's look at this application. We have a NavBar over up here. So we're going to create this NavBar right now. And to get this NavBar, we're going to go to DaisyUI. But before we do that, we want to create a structure to our application. We'll just cancel all of this. We're going to go to the index.js. And this index.js, we want in every page that we go, like this one here, in every page that we go, we want the navbar and the footer to always be there. The only thing we want to be changing is what's in the middle over here. So if we see, when we go to the main page, the navbar and the footer are always constant. The only thing that changes is what's in the middle of the page here. Okay, let's go to this crypto project. So we can see navbar, footer, constant. The only thing that changes is what's in the middle here. So let's create a structure like that. And to create something like that, we're going to create a layout first of all. We're going to come to our app_app.js, and it's from this app.js that we're going to be able to make sure that the header and the footer are always there, because it's from this page that your next application is always ranging what it needs. So first of all, let's create a folder in CoinFinder. I'm always going to name that folder component. Then in this component, we're going to create a folder again for the layout. And the layouts, we're going to create layout.js. Okay, so in this layout.js, let's just put this and say layouts. Now, first things first, we need to style the background of this application. We need something like this. What we're going to say, we're going to create a main. I'm going to say the class name. I'm going to say BG, because whenever you use BG like this, you're meaning the background. I'm going to say dark. So let me check this here. All right, so we're going to say background dark 2, and here we're just going to point out header. Okay, it hasn't changed, so I'm going to point out header, body, footer. So header, body, and footer for the layout page. So we're going to come to our pages, _app.js, and we're going to import that layout into here. Imports our layout from our art.comp. Okay, that's nice. We're going to import our layouts, and then we're going to come down here. I'm going to say layouts. We're going to say layout like this. Well, we don't want this here. We want to return. This. Okay, so we can see our header, our body, and our footer, right? So we also want to create, as you can see here, we have this title over here, CoinFinder, right? We want to also change the title in here. Instead of localhost, we want it to be CoinFinder as well. And you can easily do that with imports head from next head. So we're going to come here. I'm going to say ly head. I'm going to say the title should be CoinFinder. We're going to save that. And it's not reflecting yet, but it should. Did you import this? Okay. Our title should be CoinFinder. Now we're going to say our meta. I'm just going to copy and paste that. you can find it. Okay, we're going to say our meta name description contains a crypto site where coin and ETF owners come to advertise their projects. The meta name viewpoint initial stale. Okay, so we're going to put that there for our head. We can't see it change yet. Let's see if we can restart the application and it will come into effect. Okay, so currently it is not working. We will revisit that later on, but for now, let's just keep going with our application. Now, for the layout, we've done that. So let's go back to the layout here. Let's create our header, sorry, not header, more like NavBar. Let's create our NavBar component. So we come to the component section and we create a new folder titled NavBar. Now in our NavBar, we're going to start with kind of NavBar mini. So let's come to our NavBar over here. We're going to create a folder, sorry, a file. I'm going to name it NavBar mini. I'm terrible with names, just bear with me please. Here we're going to say fc NavBar mini. Okay, so now in our NavBar mini, we're going to use NavBar mini. I'll just title it as NavBar mini. Okay, and we're also going to create another NavBar here. We're going to name it NavBar. This is going to be the main NavBar, and I'm going to say RFC and say NavBar. So in our layouts here, we want to import the FirstNet NavBar. So we're going to say NavBar. It's going to automatically import that for us. So in our NavBar, if we come back to our application here, don't say anything, but in this NavBar here, if we write NavBar, you should see that, okay, comes out here. So we're going to go to DaisyUI now. We're going to go to its components, and we're going to go to navigation over here, NavBar, and we can see different types of NavBar over here. We can see this type, this one, just different type of NavBars. It's up to us to pick the one we want, and you can go ahead and select any one you want. Take the JSX and you pick it, you copy it and you paste it in your application, and it will run. Now for ours is a bit, I edited it a bit. I took one of the NavBar and made changes to it. So okay, so this NavBar here, we're going to change it. I'm going to make it like this. I'm going to delete this, Steve. So you just copy the code from the DaisyUI, any NavBar you like, and you can edit it. You can see all of them here. Really nice. I've already selected one I want, and I just make little changes to it. And if you can see here, I made little changes to it. I added some, colors and stuff like that. Nothing that is not too complex for anyone. And we also want to import link from Next.js, because let me go back here. Now it's like this because we don't have a background image yet. Once we put the background image, it will look much better. but we can see the NavBar over here. In our code, I use link to link someone from the submit coin to the submit page where they can submit coin, and then I linked from the CoinFinder to go to the main page. So if they are in any page in the application, they can always go to the main page by clicking on the CoinFinder. Okay, so now this is good. Now we have a special class name here called middle. This middle over here is to kind of make it come to the middle of the viewpoint like this. So we're going to also impute that. Then how are we going to do that? We're going to go to our styles, our global CSS, and we're going to add a special component there. Okay, I'm going to say at layer components middle apply width and MX auto to make it come into the middle, and we're going to say on large screen make the width 80% of the screen. So if it's on, let's go to here. If it's on the large screen, it's going to make it 80% of the screen, and it's going to put 10% here, 10% here to make it look nice. But if it's anything other than the large screen, like we can see here, it's going to make it 100% width. The whole site is going to be 100%, especially on tablets and on small phones. You can see how it will come up. Very, very nice. Let's also go to the page and look at it. So you can see how nice it comes out if it's the width is the different device. So you also want to refresh this. I don't know why the background image is not responding. Let's check that. Let's fix that. Let's let the background be how we want it to be. Let's put this. All right, so in our layout over here, we're supposed to pass something called, let's say, all right, in our layouts over here, because we're using it in this way where everything in the application is inside this layout here, this becomes the layout children. Now we need to pass, because this component here is the pages that people go to, and because it's inside the layout, it becomes the layout children. I will need to display that to people, our users. So we need to come here and say props, then come into the body section here and say props.children. All right, so we can see once we did that, our header over here has changed. It's now showing us the CoinFinder we wanted to. The issue we're having here is that the background is still it's not responding to our background. So let's come back and to the layout navigation. We can see here we use the DAF2. Let's also make this H screen and also height of 100%. Okay, the background it's still not changing. So what we're going to do, we're going to change the background manually. We're going to come here and get the color scheme from this. Specs. We just want the color so that we can okay, let's go back. Let's come here. Just change the background color manually to red and see what happens. Okay, so it is changing over here. So what is really the issue? Why is it not changing?